Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. In this video, we got this 2023 Ford Escape with the new redesigned front end, and we're gonna be going over how to install paint protection film on the bumper. Now, where we're located, unfortunately, we have to have a license plate on the front of our vehicle, but that actually is gonna make this installation much easier because we got the license plate bracket completely dividing this front bumper into two pieces. So it's gonna make the paint protection film a lot easier to install and a whole lot less stretching that's gonna be required. Now we do have a fog lamp over here, and we got two sensors that we're gonna have to line up as well too. So it looks like a complex bumper, but it should go pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, so we got the PPF back rolled onto the bumper. Now, like I've mentioned in many bumper install videos, bumper PPF patterns are designed to be installed from the inside and then stretched out towards the outside. So we've got this ugly license plate bracket here. That's gonna be our starting point. So I'm gonna get the paint protection film lined up, and I'm gonna butt the edge up as close to, actually I'm gonna even try and tuck it behind there a little bit, just to give it that nice, that seamless look. The reason I didn't bother taking off the front plate bracket is because they're pop riveted on from the factory, and I find that when you reinstall pop rivets, they never go on the same way they were when they came from factory. They're always very loose, and this one's on nice and tight. So that is my reason why. If anybody's got a good pop rivet gun, feel free to leave the link in the comments so I can pick one up. Okay, from there, we've got this area down. From here, what we are gonna do is I'm actually gonna come right over here to this corner. This is my next reference point. So I'm gonna line this corner up nicely. Got my hot water tack solution right there. I'm just gonna get that tack down just with my finger for now. And then from there, what I'm gonna do is just make sure that this is lining up nicely right along the top, and it is. From there, I'm actually gonna come right over here. We'll go to the top. So we're gonna line that top corner up, just like so. There we go. Now we're gonna give a slight stretch to line up this corner. Just like that. And I'm actually gonna take my thumb, roll that corner around, get that tack down just with my thumb, just like so. Now, what I'm gonna do with this overlap is I'm gonna flush my tack solution in there, and, or I should say flush out my slip solution with my tack solution. I think the vehicle has a mind of its own today. There we go. This little corner right here. Just gonna get that down. Sometimes things are easier to squeegee them just to use your thumb as a squeegee, like that corner, for example. Now that I got that down, what I'm gonna do, before I take and squeegee anything else out, I'm actually gonna get the paint protection film lined up around, or at least partially around, the fog lamp bezel. So I'm just reapplying more slip solution to the back and the top side of the paint protection film. Now, I'm gonna have to do some stretching. And I think I wanna stretch, we're gonna stretch right over here. We're gonna get this less, there's a whole lot less stretching needed to get the film here. No, I'm gonna stretch to get the top there down. So I'm just taking my slip solute, or my tack solution, and spraying it in there and stretch that all in place. I can get a little bit better. There we go. That's nice and tight. Oh. Popping up. Get more tack solution behind the film there. Got that down. Now, this vehicle has a mind of its own. All I'm doing is I need to get more slip solution behind the film. Oh, that's what I didn't want to have happen. But that's okay. It's a bit of a tricky bumper right here, but there we go. That's what I want. That's down. That's good. Keep it that way. Now, we have the PPF. It's starting to crease itself right over here, and we actually have a relief cut right here as well too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try and massage this film down. It's gonna take a bit of effort to do that and get that to stay down. We have a sticking spot right there. Got that. Okay, that worked well. Now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna come right down from the top here. We're gonna squeegee this down to the middle, and then I'm gonna come right across from the inside, and we're gonna squeegee to the outside. So now we'll work top down. Go. Now before we get too terribly carried away, I'm gonna get the paint protection film down right over here. Here, and we'll squeegee this down. So I was just spraying my tack solution there. There we go. Now I'm going to get this a little bit down here. So I always want to make sure I'm being really thorough with my squeegee on these body lines, as these body lines, they're a big trap for moisture to be left behind. So you always want to do some insurance passes on there just to make sure everything is down. So I got all the PPF down right over here to this relief cut. Now, before I get too carried away down here, I want to take and get everything else lined up around the fog lamp bezel. So I'm just soaking the adhesive again. You can't do that enough when you're in the middle of an installation. So you can see we got some stretch over here. In fact, I'm actually quite high over here, so I'm actually gonna have to stretch down and stretch out. So this will be interesting. All right, so right now I'm just kind of pre-stretching it just to see how things are gonna line up once they're in place. And they're gonna line up quite well, I think. There we go, come down a little bit lower. Now I'm going to pull the film back. There we go, that's lined up nicely. Squeegee that down. That finger right there, we gotta get down. Flexible squeegees are good to have when you're working in areas like this. Really, really helpful, or it's a helpful tool to have to get the PPF to lay down and get all your moisture out. Now, I just need to stretch this bottom into place. So I'm just spraying my tack solution here. I'm just gonna grab onto the outside, line that up. Just like that, and that's good. So we got that down. Now we got this right here. These you want to take care of in a timely manner. You don't want to let this dry out much. We're gonna have to stretch the film out to the far edge, just like that. I got that lined up right there. And that's good, and that's when you line up to that top corner, that's gonna get the film to lay down flat right over here, just like you need. Now, before I get carried away, I gotta get a speck of contamination out of there. What I'm gonna do is just pull this film back here, spray some tack solution in here, and since there's not really any manipulation needed for the PPF, I'm gonna get that all squeegee down. So with these fingers, I'm not hitting them straight on. I'm gonna hit them at an angle, like I always do with fingers. Fingers, you wanna saw them down. You wanna saw them down at an angle. There we go. And we have one hair right over here. Just gonna pop that out. There we go. Now we're gonna add more tack solution right over here on this top edge. There we go. That's all down around there. Now, we're going to take care of everything else down here. So I'm going to actually pull the film back a bit. I actually have the sensors. They're not actually pre-cut out. I opted to go without the sensors. Actually, if I remember correctly, I don't even think that they were, if they even offered, this is a core pattern, by the way. I don't really talk about software as much on this channel, but this is a core software. I don't think it had a sensor option, so I could be wrong, but I'm just massaging the film down with my hand. Okay, just massaging the film down with my hand right here. And get that all nice and lined up. And I'm just gonna squeegee down from the top. And we're gonna get this outside edge down. Pretty good pattern. I actually like it. Trimming these sensors out is going to be very nice to do. I don't have to worry about fighting to line them up. There we go. That's looking good. Now we got this last part here to worry about. So it's all lined up nicely all the way around the bezel. So all I'm doing right now is just pulling the film back just a little bit, spraying my tack solution in there, in behind the film. Getting that all squeegee down. There we go, that is good. Now this body line is going to cause some issues, so I'm actually going to squeegee over this multiple times. You see all that slip solution I'm trying to squeegee out of there. So we got getting this down right over here by the relief cut. Now by the sensor, seeing as the sensor pops out, you're not going to be able to get everything down around the sensor properly at this moment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that dry out, come back in a few hours, and then I'm going to trim that out. Now this last little finger right here, just going to pop my finger behind there, pull the film back, and squeegee that down at an angle. And there we go. And that's going to take care of the driver's side. Obviously I have to go around, I have to do my post heating and all that stuff. But I'll show you what that looks like, what this bumper looks like once it's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the passenger side of the bumper, but we're going to put you on a time lapse so you don't have to listen to me talk the whole way through. Okay, so we've installed the bumper on this Ford Escape over here. We've done all of our post heating, we popped all the moisture bubbles, and we trimmed out the sensors as well too. So if you guys found some value in this video, make sure you leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more paint protection film content.